We're here, live, from my bedroom, to talk about how not to sleep. Oh, I'm a little out of breath. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Yeah. It's just sleep. You just do it. It just happens. Well, my friends, that is where you're wrong. Let's dig in. 3, 2, 1, go! Guys, what is happening? Kevin from liftandbalance.com here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're going to tackle the age-old question. What the hell happens when we sleep? Except some crazy funky dreams. But first we'll get two of the monkeys out of the room. Yeah, nothing matches in here. That's how I like it. Leave me alone. 2. That's a dream catcher up there. I have sworn by it since I've been 3 years old. It catches all the bad dreams and doesn't let them get to you. It's science. Okay, now that we got those out of the way, sleep. So the reason this topic comes up is one, there's just a ton of research out there that's flooding out and is showing the importance of sleep. But two, often a question that is asked, whether it's on a blog, whether it's on a podcast, a TV show, on YouTube, is if there was one thing that you can do to improve your health, what would it be? What is the top thing that you can do today? Because there are some interesting statistics with changes. With the introduction of one change, there's about a 70% adoption ratio among a population. Not too bad. But right when you introduce 2 at a time, that almost cuts in half. It goes to the mid-30s, and God forbid you add a third at one time, you're down into the teens, maybe even single digits. That is a perfect example of trying to bite off too much than you can handle when pursuing a healthy lifestyle. It's really a day-by-day, small change by small change, step-by-step process to get where you want to be. And that needs to be the mindset there. So when the question's asked what you can do to increase your health, why not start with something that you're already doing? It's not like you're adding an exercise routine or a healthy diet to the mix, which, might I add, you should do. But you're already sleeping, hopefully 8 hours, maybe a little less a night. Why not do everything you can to optimize this mission-critical biological function and just watch the benefits follow? You're just improving something that you already do, and you're probably doing it in a pretty sucky way. So let's start out here. First, why is sleep important? Reason number 1. It's been around for 3.6 million years. And nothing stays around for 3.6 million years without being important. It's literally essential for life. You could go longer with food deprivation than you can go with sleep deprivation. Think of it this way. The Guinness Book of World Records, the organization that basically lets anyone try anything to break a record, has banned the attempt for breaking the record for longest sleep deprivation or staying awake the longest. To put this in perspective, they let people jump from space before they'll let people go without sleep. And that's because it's been discovered that its restorative properties are literally essential for everything we do from a day-to-day perspective and on. It's key for things such as memory formation and consolidation, muscle repair and regeneration, and detoxification, especially in the brain through the glymphatic system. Also, it's been associated with the following disease states: neurodegenerative disease, metabolic syndrome, diabetes, obesity, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. And a lot of these strong associations are steadily moving to that causation classification. So sleep is turning out to be more important than ever. I mean, this pillow looks pretty nice. Maybe. Research has also shown that we work on something called circadian rhythms, or natural sleep-wake cycles that our bodies and our cells go through from a day-to-day basis. Disruptions in these sleep cycles can lead to all the previously mentioned diseases, causing a less than optimal functional day. Basically, it comes down to your body is at its optimal peak performance when it's optimizing these sleep cycles, when you're waking up and going to sleep at the same times, when you're getting an efficient amount of sleep so your body can regenerate and detoxify. Now, what I just explained is nowhere near modern day society. And let me give you some stats. Back in 1942, when it was first recorded, the average adult got about 7.9 hours of sleep per night. The average adult. Now, fast forward to today, that number is all the way down to 6.5 hours a night. And according to leading sleep experts, skimping out on that extra hour and a half a night can compound over time and cause dramatic effects in the long term. Sleep guru Matthew Walker sums it up in one biologically poetic verse, saying, "There is no physiological system of the body or operation of the mind that isn't wonderfully enhanced by getting enough sleep, or demonstratively impaired when you don't get enough." Plain and simple, it's basically saying any single goal that you could possibly have, proper sleep is either going to be an enabler of that, or lack of sleep is going to be a disruptor of that. You're beginning to see this sleep thing becoming important? I mean, I might have to take a nap and then finish the video because I'm reconvincing myself of all this. I'm just saying. Now, the breakdown of sleep goes pretty much like this. There are 4 distinct stages of sleep. Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3, and Stage 4. Now, Stage 1 and 2 are considered light sleep, transitioning from that wakeful state to that sleeping state and beginning to slow down the brain waves. It's in Stage 3 and 4 where things get interesting. This is considered deep sleep, especially Stage 4, where the regeneration happens as well as the detoxification. Now, I mentioned the glymphatic system before, but we'll come back to it now. This is a very, very recently discovered detoxification pathway in the brain that basically takes all of those toxic proteins that have accumulated throughout the day in that wakeful state and flushes them straight out, creating a fresh environment for the next day. Now, a little side note here, the 2 main toxic proteins that accumulate in the brain, beta amyloid and tau, have been shown to be associated with neurodegenerative disease, especially Alzheimer's or forms of Alzheimer's. So if you don't get in your adequate deep sleep where you flush the system, these proteins accumulate, they build up, they compound over time, and they could, keyword could, still being scientifically proven, be a deciding factor or be a leading factor in the prevalence of Alzheimer's as you age. Very scary stuff. Even more of a reason to get your sleep. This detoxification pathway is so cool and so essential. Deep sleep's where it happens. Now, there is one more stage, and that's called REM sleep. I guess you could call it Stage 5 or just REM sleep, which stands for rapid eye movement. This is a stage of sleep where it's been shown that we consolidate memories. This is where we dream, where our body is literally paralyzed as we go into that dreamland. And it gets its name, rapid eye movement sleep, because our eyes, like, literally rapidly move all over the place throughout this stage. So this is the stage where it is key for memory consolidation and staging yourself for proper memory formation the next day. Now, the interesting thing about REM sleep is it's really only found in mammals and birds, not in reptile, not in fish, or any of those species. So it's thought to be associated with species with higher cognitive capabilities, especially that prefrontal cortex, or the decision maker that allows us to make the tough decision when it is the right decision. So REM is absolutely essential as well to a proper night's sleep. Lastly, on the kind of fundamentals of sleep, we go through a few sleep cycles a night. A sleep cycle is about 90 minutes long, and it goes through those 4 or 5 stages of sleep. Now, what has been shown is you tend to get more of your deep sleep earlier in the night and that REM sleep later in the night. So again, it is key to make sure that your circadian rhythms or your sleep-wake cycles are aligned so you don't miss out on either the deep sleep or the REM sleep, because it is all important. So there are several things that play a big role in sleep, and a lot of it has to do with your environment. Some of the key things are light. We've evolved waking up when it's light out and going to sleep when it's dark out. There is a very specific cluster of cells right behind our eyes that's main job is to signal the body when light is present. What kind of light? Blue light. Blue light coming from the sun? Natural stuff. That's good. Blue light coming from this or this? Bad. Another thing that will play a role is your activity. The more active that you are during the day, if you work out, if you're moving every hour, if you're getting your proper steps in, you'll accumulate more sleep pressure and you'll be ready for bed when it is bedtime. Then you have what you eat and what you drink. Your meals, specifically your meal time, can play a big role in your ability to get quality sleep at night, as well as what you drink. And here I'm talking about the good stuff, the booze. It might help you fall asleep earlier, but the quality of sleep will not be there, and it actually inhibits REM sleep, which is, as we know, malo. So your environment plays a big role in your ability to get quality sleep. All right, let's bring this full circle and talk about what you can do, what you can change, how you can incorporate different things to improve your sleep and lock down that one thing you can do to improve your health today. So first off, you're gonna wanna hit the hay at the same time every day. Yes, even on the weekends. And in doing so, you wanna make sure that you get at least 7 hours of shut-eye each and every night. Not bedtime, shut-eye. So you want to be in bed probably for at least 7.5 hours to give yourself some time to actually fall asleep. Next, you want to sleep in complete darkness. Do what you have to do to make it dark in your room. Get the light canceling blinds. Take all your electronics, put them out of the room, or put them face down on airplane mode so you have no distractions. The way you're going to get the best sleep is if you follow how you are evolutionary supposed to get sleep, and that was in complete darkness or under the stars. You choose. Then we move to the Dikembe Mutombo rule of technology before bedtime. That's right, no technology, no cell phones, no laptops, at least a half an hour, better off an hour before bed. This will rid you of all the distractions, let you tone down, let you relax a little bit before bed, as well as block out that blue light. Remember that blue light, that triggers those cells that tells the body that it's time to wake up? Yeah, our cell phones and our laptops project it, and that signal can be misinterpreted and cause some problems when we're trying to fall asleep. So what I like to do is set the nighttime modes on my laptops, on my cell phones. Well, my cell phone always has the blue light filter on. My laptop, at about 7 p.m. each night, it goes into night mode where the screen gets really, really warm and the blue light is eliminated. Also, you could go with those snazzy blue light filtering glasses, which I'm going to get a pair. I don't have a pair right now, but I think I'm sold on the idea that they will just help in general. And the last two tips are ones that might be unpopular, but they are key. First off, you want to minimize the booze at bedtime. You want to minimize the booze overall because ethanol is literally a toxin to the body. It is not processed well, and it really brings no benefits there. But if you are going to drink, having more than one drink a night can drastically impair sleep. You may feel that you go to sleep faster, and that might be the case, but alcohol is shown to inhibit key factors of sleep, such as REM. So the quality is definitely not there, and it is just going to hinder your performance the next day. As much as you hate to hear it, that's what's going to happen. And lastly, explore time-restricted eating. Eating meals late, especially right before bed, get your body and brain focused on digestion while it should be focused on sleep. And during this digestion, there's actually a thermal effect, so your body's actually going to increase its temperature, which might cause some problems sleeping or staying asleep or quality of sleep. So you want to eat your last meal, aim for about 3 hours before going to bed. This will give proper time for digestion and allow you to focus on sleep and allow your digestive system to rest while you rest. One of my key principles, let it rest while you rest. Take care of that tummy. So that's it. How not to sleep, how to sleep, all packed into a 5, 6, 7, 8 minute video. I don't know how long this is going to end up, but hope you enjoyed. If you did, like it, share it, comment. I want to know what your biggest sleep challenges are, so please comment below. You can see more how to health videos and full breakdowns on YouTube and the blogs on liftandbalance.com. I appreciate you stopping by. I'll leave you with this. Please, please, please don't be a tough guy or girl and deprioritize your sleep. Don't say you'll sleep when you're dead, because if you do that, that may be sooner than you'd hope. So make the right choices now. I will catch you next week. It is nap time, like I said. So get on out there and get some Z's. Can't even imagine how many bad dreams are caught in those magical woven weaves. I don't even know.